I used emu feathers in my work because I think they're beautiful. They are a beautiful feather. They're unique. They're the only double feather in the world. Also, my ancestors used emu feathers, so I have Victorian Aboriginal heritage, specifically it's Wathaurung heritage, and I'm really proud of that and where I came from, mostly of who I belong to. Like, I'm really proud of my heritage because of my dad and my grandmother, and that they taught me to be proud of where I came from. And I had an opportunity a little while ago to go with my dad and some other members of my family to look at some artefacts made by our direct ancestors, and they were at the National Museum in Canberra, and I saw these most delicate and divine objects made out of emu feathers, particularly an emu feather skirt, and I was just really drawn to them. And I liked the idea too that if my ancestors were making emu feather skirts, then there were actually emus wandering around wild in Victoria, and there's not really now, but I like the idea that there was. I Forgive You really came about because of my own personal experience. As a child, I grew up with a mum who I loved so much, and who was really loving towards me, but just incapable of looking after me. She had a lot of problems. She suffered from addictions, and she was just a really destructive person. And as a result, I kind of was exposed to a lifestyle that was not healthy or positive, and left me quite traumatised and wounded. I think initially people often resist forgiveness. It appears like it is something hard and that is going to take a lot from you, whereas actually the opposite is true. It's about getting your power back, and I certainly felt empowered once I finished this work.